What up, world? We here on this crazy day. Shit. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up.
The Sports Junkie.
Alright, let's see. You know what it is? Crazy night in the NBA. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright, there we go. Yeah, crazy night in the NBA. It's just unexpected shit. You see, I got my LeBron double headband on in honor of all the bullshit he's causing right now. But, alright, let me get to the topics. Might not get through all the trades tonight because there are so many, but I will definitely be back on. But so, okay. First topic, LeBron going to Cleveland. I don't know. Everybody is making so much of the fact that this is the first contract in his 23 years that he has opted into. So I know that's crazy because he always bitches and moans and I want this. I want to make sure these guys are on the roster, blah, 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 blah. But I think this is like going to be his like farewell. All-Star game is in LA this year. You know, Luka is the man on the Lakers now. So I think part of me is like maybe it's kind of settling into him, you know. But then part of me tells me this is LeBron's chess move with the Lakers and stuff. So, yeah. That's what I think. I think it's his chess move because I would think, you know, he's an Akron boy. Why not just play out this last year in LA? If they get lucky enough, they get a championship. And even though the West is like a league of its own. But maybe he gets a championship by chance and then he can go finish out his career in Cleveland. Because maybe that shit's all going through the media channels right now because maybe that's something he wants to do. Maybe he really does want to end it over there. It's like, you know, he got his kid set up and everything, you know. He got Bronny on the Lakers. He don't got to worry about him. Really, he's established, you know, with a team. And, you know, Bryce is in college. And just stuff like that. I don't know. It's not as crazy to me that he would leave L.A., but then why the fuck would you want to? Especially your wife's doing her like whole thing out there. Like, no matter how you look at it, it would be uprooting and stuff. And I don't know if he wants to do that. All right. Hold on. Make sure. I'm paranoid because I think not last stream, but the stream before, I fucking was all into it, doing all my shit, and I had no fucking sound. So, paranoid. But okay. The one thing that was crazy about the LeBron opting into his $52 million dollar extension was that the Lakers didn't even announce it. That's fucking weird. Usually they have an announcement. I think the last extension he signed, they had like a big, like some kind of big notification about him, you know, re-signing with the Lakers. But yeah, I just think that's kind of weird. I kind of think LeBron is used to being player GM, and they're kind of, especially with that Luka trade going through without um, kind of notifying him, because I believe he wasn't notified, but I'm not going back into that bullshit. But I really think that this is Lakers strong arming him to take their team back and everything, and I think it was weird that they didn't announce that shit. And then there was something else that I heard today. I don't know if this is rah rah bullshit, but the thing that I heard was that through the media channels, I'm not acting like I'm fucking Shams or anything, but that LeBron was at dinner at Benihana's. I think it was in New York. He was having dinner with his wife, Kevin Love, and Kevin Love's wife, and someone like started filming them, not to their knowledge. They didn't notice it, I guess. And LeBron saying, "Yeah, my wife's gonna make me retire." And then, not only that, he said, "Yeah, I'd love to finish it out in New York and everything." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is just gonna lead into like so much like drama." It's like me, my favorite team and my hometown team is the Golden State Warriors. And my second favorite team, if you watched last episode, I was wearing a Knicks jersey. So the Knicks. I don't want him on either of those fucking teams. It's just, it's just. I just don't think he has enough to bring a team to a championship anymore. I think the mystique of LeBron is kind of is gone. I think the last of it was definitely in the bubble, where he was just annihilating people, and he's become the supporting role. So I don't know, but anyway, like the possibility of him going to New York, that's crazy. It's like this whole thing today, watching Pat McAfee, and they're kind of going through everything. It's just like LeBron is a fucking headache, man. It's like, fuck. Like, can you just say what's on your mind, where you want to fucking go? And usually people will cater to you and try to figure it out for you. Just like, KD was like, I want out of Phoenix, and they're like, we want to accommodate you. And I thought that was stupid, because it was like, let's accommodate our franchise, but they were like, let's accommodate you. So, I don't know. I thought that was crazy. But, alright, let me see. Next topic. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Alright. Okay, next topic. Okay. um, I heard this today, and I was like fucking blown back, because not only would this probably be a good move, this would be a fucking historic hiring. Just like history, women history, like fucking NBA history, everything. There is rumors that South Carolina head coach Don Staley is possibly getting an interview with the New York Knicks for the New York Knicks head coaching job. First, I want to say, like, I think that would be an incredible hire, because the other candidates that the Knicks got, I think she shoots to the top. Like, she probably, maybe be under, what's his name? Um, oh my God, he was just with Sacramento. I noticed with these streams, I'm like fucking spacing out and forgetting names. Not Mike Malone. whatever. He was a Sacramento coach. Whatever. So she would be kind of like right there, and I think that would be a good hire. I think it would be like, oh, would these men actually listen to her and stuff? I think they would. I think she's someone that has respect, and would definitely demand respect from these players, and she would demand excellence. So, on the other part of this is, what the fuck is the Knicks front office doing? I just think it's so unprepared. Like, yes, this whole process is fucking stupid, and it's not the way any other franchise would do it. But also, how do you not have your head coach to have input in the fucking NBA draft, and then marking today the start of free agency? Like, granted, the roster's kind of set, but I think they're actually the only thing that they've done today is that they're once he clears waivers, they're actually going to sign Jordan Clarkson, who was bought out of his contract by the Utah Jazz. So that's cool, but as far as not having a coach, the lead man there, like these two important functions of the offseason, I think just shows how the front office is just crap. Shout out to my boy. He just corrected me. Mike Brown was the coach, and I say that Don Staley would kind of rival. Even though I don't get why he was let go of the Sacramento Kings. That's funny. All right, let's see. Shout out Bonzi Wells. I'm getting my little shout outs in the chat. Yeah, Bonzi Wells. That's how I do it. The Sports Junkie.
The Sports Junkie.
Okay. Next topic. Alright. Okay, so they were kind of Peyton Manning is doing a promo run for the second season of the Netflix special about quarterbacks and stuff, which I think that's cool and everything. Who they having? I think they're having Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins for the second season. But I was just like, instead of doing a second season of that, which is cool, I'm gonna watch it. But especially when they just had Tight End University, that whole like showcase, why not like have a whole fucking like tight end thing? They got like Kittle, Kelsey, Laporta. Who else did I write down? That's what I wrote down. I mean, they got other ones. Maybe like those are the personalities. Like maybe they could have like Kyle Pitts or something. There's got to be other tight ends, but why not do that? Because like even when they did receivers, I kind of felt like it was kind of like they kind of ruined the expansion they could have done to like a tight end university Netflix special by having Kittle in there. Like, so like, yeah, he's a receiver, but he's really a fucking tight end. So I think they should have done that, and maybe they're watching, so I'll take my percentage at a later date, and I think that's what they should do. Hopefully next year they look at something like that. But I mean, I have a feeling next year they're probably going to go running back, just because Saquon went nuts last year. But I feel like they should have really went in the direction of tight end university. Like, Kittle is a personality by himself. Kelsey is a kind of personality, but then he's going out with the most famous musician right now in the fucking world. And Laporta is like an up and coming, tight end. and he's got a relationship with Kittle because they went to, I think, the same university and stuff. So I felt like they should have went in that direction, but I mean, that's just me. All right. Something we have to do that I don't think people do a lot is give ourselves a round of applause. All right, next topic. All right, let's see. Okay, so I hit the wrong button, but whatever. Jalen Ramsey to the Steelers. And when I first seen this, I was like, fuck, man. Like, Steelers are gonna be fucking loaded once they fucking sign like TJ Watt. Fucking they're just gonna be incredible, along with getting Aaron Rodgers and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if this was good just for the fact that they gave up Fitzpatrick. I don't know. I think that was too big of a fucking price. Like he's fucking awesome. He is a fucking Steeler. But I mean, not anymore. He's a fucking Dolphin. But I think it was too steep of a price because how long do you think fucking Jalen Ramsey's gonna last? Is this a 1-year fucking deal? Like this is the Super Bowl arc right now. I think it was too big of a price. I mean, you still are getting a solid cornerback and stuff, but I just think it was, too big of a price. And, he could come with drama. There are certain points where he is the drama starter. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I just think it was too steep. Like, it's like, was the trade really worth it if you're not getting something better? Like, because I feel like you're getting something and you're trading the equivalent kind of away. But Steelers are still gonna look fucking incredible. So, I mean, after the next couple of days with the NBA free agency, NFL I think is gonna fucking rev back up. So here we come. Are you ready for some football? Okay. Next topic. Okay. Oh, that's all the topics I have actually. So I wanted to do those topics before I got into the NBA free agency. First, since I am a Golden State Warrior, it is sad to report that Kevon Looney, I've been with the Warriors for a decade, signed with the New Orleans Pelicans, 2 years, 16 mil. It's kind of sad, man. He was a good role player, but I was watching another Warriors stream today, and they were saying, this guy last year was kind of in and out of the rotation, and I remember because sometimes I was like, where the fuck is this guy at? But he was out of the rotation. And it's like, for a guy that's in and out of the rotation at this point of his career, can you really afford $8 million a year? And I get that. We got to move on from that. But it's gonna be weird seeing him in a Pelicans jersey. But yeah. So I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Probably besides Kevin Durant changing jerseys, probably the biggest oh shit trade or signing that I seen was Dorian Finney-Smith signing with the Rockets. I was like, fuck it. And I guess Lakers only wanted to give him like 2 years, so he wanted more money, and Lakers were willing to do it, but Rockets were. So he is now in Houston, and they're fucking projected starting five is like Van Fleet, Amon Thompson, um, Durant, um, Dorian Finney Smith, and Sangoon. That is fucking scary. We haven't even got to their bench yet, which is like a young core. I don't see how. Yeah, OKC won the title, but every every champion has hangover and stuff, which you could let them have that. There's no way Houston's not going to be the number one seed for like the whole season. Like they're fucking completely stacked, and yeah, they're fucking stacked. Let me go through this. See who else we got. Okay. In hopes to keep Giannis in Milwaukee, Gary Trent Jr. re-signed with the Bucks. So, cool. I just think that was let's see who we could re-sign and keep here. So Giannis might go, hey guys, I'll stay. But okay, who else we got? I'll be honest, I don't know who Trenton Watford is that signed with the Sixers. Yeah, that's cool. Good job, buddy. Um, okay, so Jordan Clarkson signs with the Knicks. I think that'll be good. I think Knicks are probably going to release, what's that guy's name? I think it was Peyton. Guy with like the fucking shot. So, if anybody knows me, I shoot just like that. So, okay. Who we got next? Also, Milwaukee signed Teron Prince, back with the Bucks, former Laker. So that's a guy I thought was gonna leave, but he's probably like signing, just hopes that Giannis will be there. So they got Gary Trent Jr., Teron Prince, Kuzma will be there with Giannis. Bobby Portis re-signed, I think, a couple of days ago. Maybe it was today. Maybe today's been a long day. But so they got a little bit of a core, but just another guy that I'm thinking of right now, Brooke Lopez left Milwaukee, and he signed a 2-year deal with the Clippers. So, man, who they got as far as size now is just Giannis, man. He's gonna be worn out. I mean, he's fucking bulk as fuck in shape. So, Mason Plumlee went back to the Hornets. He had 1 year with the Suns. I actually got to see him play at Madison Square Garden when Suns played the Knicks. But yeah, he's going back to the Hornets. He played there previously. The Hawks, man. The Hawks signed Luke Kennard. I like him, man. A little lefty. And they really are, like, to me, knocking on the door. Like, I don't see how they're not, like, at least 6, 7 seed in the East, when the East is looking flimsy as fuck right now. They also signed, what's his name? Alexander Walker, to like a 62 mil deal. So, think about the Hawks, man. They got Alexander Walker. They got Luke Kennard. They got Porzingis. I was thinking Cornette went there, but no, he didn't. Shit, I mean, Hawks are kind of looking. They already got Trae Young. They're They're looking decent. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Tyus Jones from the Suns, he signed with the Orlando Magic. They got a little thing going there. Okay, Tyus Jones, and then Orlando traded for Desmond Bain like a week or two ago. So they're looking good along with Paulo and those guys over there. Looking scary. Wagner brothers. I know one of the Wagner brothers like opted out of his deal, but he's probably gonna end up re-signing there. Um, let's see. See, like, look, Celtics. Look, they let Luke Cornett sign like I think he signed like a 3-year deal for like 41 mil with the Spurs, which is a good pickup for the Spurs. Definitely got a backup for Wemby now. But the Celtics signed Luca Garza. They want to wipe their books the fuck out, man. They said today literally within like 48 hours they cleared 300 million of their fucking cap. That's fucking crazy. Okay. Yeah, like I said, Brooke Lopez signed a 2-year deal with the Clippers. Um, See, I was watching this stream today. It was on Bleacher Report. Like of all the signings, it was coming in like hot as they were happening. And this one right here, it said on the Warriors, so I got a little bit excited. But then it really just showed that the Warriors hadn't signed anybody yet. And then it said this guy signed. But it had the logo in front of his name, so I was like, fuck yeah. But Karis LeVert signed with the Pistons. He left the Hawks, so the Hawks definitely lost out on him. But I think that's a good pickup for the Pistons, young and grimy. Clint Capella went back to the Rockets. This is his second tenure with the Rockets. I think that's good, picking up size. So Sangoon, isn't so fucking wide. I feel like the Warriors, we fucking wiped them out. Like, and he was just gassed at the end. If you get him some size back there, yeah, he had Steven Adams, but we were fucking taking him out of the game. You get Clint Capella there, now they got like fucking 3 centers. Like that's a good rotation to keep all those guys like full of energy. Like I said, Luke Cornett signed with the Spurs. Another Celtic casualty. Told you about Kevon Looney. Another one under the radar for the Nuggets. Bruce Brown signed with the Nuggets. He was part of their championship squad, so I guess they're trying to get familiarity back there. So hopefully they could, run it. And also, I'm sure this is coming up on this. The Nuggets traded Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson, which I think was a big steal for them. Because Michael Porter Jr., it's just like what they expected out of him. It's just like they weren't getting it, So they needed to move on from him. I feel like he's been on the trade market, or they've been trying to get rid of him for at least the last 3 years anyway. I didn't see this. Maybe this just happened. Dennis Schroeder is headed to Sacramento. Man, he's been bouncing. Look, so last season he started with Brooklyn, got traded to the Warriors. Then we traded him to Utah, and then I think he got bought out of Utah, and then no, Utah ended up trading him to Pistons. And now he's going to Sacramento. Fucking 5 teams, barely a year. Kind of see. Kevin Porter Jr. resigns with the Bucks. I mean, you could just tell they're signing guys to kind of like they're out of budget right now. Because if Giannis comes back, I think they probably have to extend him. But they're balling on a budget right now. Ty Jerome, ex-Warrior, signs with the Grizzlies. That's crazy. Like, he came out of nowhere having a good season to help the Cavs to that incredible regular season that they had. He kind of went up missing in the playoffs, but he's gonna be a good piece. I mean, can't knock him. Okay, can't be honest. Oh, this one, which is a key move. With Kyrie Irving gonna be out, with his ACL probably until All-Star break, I'm thinking. Um, the Mavs signed D'Angelo Russell, which that's gonna help them out a lot. That is gonna be a weird ass team too. Like they're gonna be good, but like their starting lineup is probably gonna be D'Lo, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag, AD, and Lively. That's good. Shit. Uh, okay, the Finney Smith we talked about. Oh, I didn't see this. Um, Santi Adama re-signed with the Grizzlies. He's a tough fucker. Whenever you know Warriors play him. Two things. First, there's a rumor for the Warriors right now that it's practically done that the Warriors are going to sign Al Horford from the Celtics. It's going to be another Celtic casualty from that championship squad. Um, but that's not official yet. But I was watching ESPN and Mark Spears said that he's gonna take his time. He's probably gonna take like 2 or 3 days. So I think it's probably gonna take about that time to get finalized and stuff. But Jaren Jackson Jr. Agrees to an extension, 5 years, 240 mil. I mean, well deserved. He has to be one of those pillars of the Grizzlies. I'm sure if they don't do it now, probably next offseason, they're going to extend Ja Morant. Um, Jeff Green resigns with the Rockets. I mean, he's not an idiot. Why fucking not? Uh, it's probably the last one, but well, let me say there's Jabari Smith Jr. fucking extend with the Rockets. He got fucking paid, man. I think he got overpaid a little bit. I would have gave him a little decent contract, and then if you're balling the fuck out, I'll give you the rest as soon as that contract's done. But whatever, people are getting paid. Not a hater, but DeAndre Ayton, man, he got bought out of his Portland Trailblazers contract. I want to see where he goes. I mean, if the Warriors are going to sign Horford, then we probably wouldn't get him, but they're saying that could be a good candidate to go to the Lakers. Um, the fact that they were saying that the fact that they didn't go after Brooke Lopez and that he just ended up as a Clipper. Because it's like if you want to, like, Brooke Lopez is from Southern Cal, so like it's like if you're gonna be in LA, sorry Clippers fans, you don't want to be a Clipper. You much rather be a Laker. So they're saying that maybe the Lakers had something up their sleeve, so maybe they're gonna get eight. Let's see.
The Sports Junkie.
And probably, I mean, the biggest thing left in the trade deadline is Jonathan Kuminga. As being a Warriors fan, seeing this guy since he was drafted, he has unlimited potential, but I think his time has ran his course in Golden State, and we need to get something for him. And he's like one of those chips that, like, don't just give it away. Like, we need to get something good for him because this guy has a lot of aspirations. And basically, Kerr likes his veteran players, and he's not going to fill in spots, for like a Kaminga if it's not working, or you just see like how he just kind of took him off the floor at the end of the season. And Jonathan Kaminga, no fault to him, but he wants to be an all-star and everything, but he's not going to have a chance to do that on the Warriors. So most likely it's going to be a sign and trade situation, and I want to see what we can get back for him because, I mean, we might be forced to be stuck with him into the trade deadline, but, we got to see what we can get, man, because I don't know. I think he's run his course. He definitely, like, I like the way he looked in the playoffs, after Steph went down and everything. And I really liked the way he looked. Like, there was points that, like, we're trying to stay alive in the series, and he was the guy doing it. So, like, because, fucking Jimmy Butler over there had fucking anus problems or something. Fucking, and we didn't have, Steph goes out and everybody's like, ah. So, they get stage fright. But yeah, I want to see where Kaminga ends up. Because right now I'm about 70-30 that he'll be involved in a sign and trade. My hunch is that he'll probably get a sign and trade to Miami. I think what we'll get, the Warriors will get back for him will be like Duncan Robinson and Andrew Wiggins, most likely. That's all I see getting for him, because Miami's not going to give up, obviously, Bam, and they're not going to give up Hero either. So I feel like we'll get those, like, key players for Jonathan Kuminga. But okay. Let's see if there's any updates on. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think anything else is going to be happening tonight. Well, yeah, I almost didn't do the stream tonight because I was like, I think a lot of shit's going to happen tomorrow. So maybe I'll be back on tomorrow. But yeah, definitely an eventful day today as far as the NBA. And let's see what happens. Thank you for tuning in. Just remember who it is.
The Sports Junkiee.